Hey entrepreneurs, it's AJ, and today's tea chat is about fear versus focus. So, people are like freaking out about this special virus that's going around, and all of a sudden the pundits that used to say fear is false evidence appearing real, well, all of a sudden there's real evidence around, right? So a lot of people are freaking out. And look, it's important to understand the severity of the situation, but you cannot, and I repeat, you cannot buy into this fear because it destroys everything, right? If you govern your life through fear, you're never going to get anywhere through life, right? So you really need to swap that fear for something, hence the term focus. So listen, I want to talk to you about why I have this real sort of different perspective. I mean, you know about the entrepreneurial mind perspective, but there's a reason why I'm not freaking out over all of this. And that is that, well, this whole situation is about two things. One, we have economics of the place, right? We need to keep the world running. And on the other hand, we need to keep people alive. So it's this delicate balance between economics and health, right? And I hate that we're being forced to choose between the two in this situation. But what's interesting is that with an entrepreneurial perspective, you start to realize the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is there's the third element there between the two, and that is time. What this whole situation is about these days is about playing the time game. And the reason why I say that is because there's these documentaries floating around from a couple of years ago. One of them was Bill Gates' TED Talk, where he predicted the biggest threat to society is going to be a virus. And there's a Netflix special as well, I've been told, that where I saw a clip of it, and they talk about this exact pandemic. You know, not the COVID pandemic, but the greatest threat to society is a virus, and it will shut the economy down. It'll do all these crazy things, and we're seeing all of that coming true today. So if we predicted this in the background, some really smart people predicted all this based on their own work, and it came true. So what are all these smart people doing now? They're not running around going, I told you so. They're trying to take all their learnings and fix the situation today. But of course, they need time, okay? So the fear surrounding all this health versus economics, if we can figure out a way to buy people time, we'll have governments producing stimulus packages to keep the economics of things flowing, which we're starting to see now. And then we have scientific researchers working on a vaccine for this particular strain of the virus. But they need time. And so if we can just find a way to play the time game, everything will work out. Now, is it going to be the same as before? Hell no. This place, the world as we know it, has been disrupted. And from being an innovation speaker and a disruption speaker, this is the greatest example of disruption that we're all living through. It's not textbook. It's not about how Netflix disrupted traditional television. It's not about how Airbnb blew up the hotel industry or Uber with the taxi industry. This is what disruption is all about. Changing the way things are done. And I find it remarkable. You know, this is really trying times, and that's why it's so important to play the time game and allow governments and researchers to come together to solve this problem for us. And then it's up to us to adapt. So here are 3 ways that you can use to shift your focus from fear into something more useful. Hence why I'm doing all these practical motivation videos, is to keep you inspired, focused, and motivated during probably some of your toughest challenges, based on my experiences as someone who's gone through a lot in business and in life, using my entrepreneurial mind to navigate it. So here are 3 ways to remain focused. The first way is really think about your discipline. So the other day I was, I've been talking to a lot of people in my circles, clients, friends, family, and everyone is freaking out over this thing. And I'm trying to stay, above that and be that rock for them. But I tell you what, after 15 conversations with people last week, I was feeling a little bit scared. I really was. And so I sort of, my comfort food, if you will, is a large chocolate sundae from McDonald's, for those of you not in Australia. So, I had the cousins and nephews go out and get me a large chocolate sundae, and I ate the damn thing. And I always recycle my rubbish, okay? So, fanatical about recycling where I can. And, and I just ate this sundae, and instead of rinsing out the container, I just threw it in the normal bin. And then I walked off. And I suddenly realized, well, what's the point of recycling? Because, the world's coming to an end. But I caught myself thinking that, and I thought, you know what? No. These are the times that'll rattle us if we don't have laser focus, if we don't maintain discipline. So I grabbed the container, washed it out, and recycled it, okay? But that is just a really small example of what happens in your mindset when you're surrounded by all this fear. Okay, so maintain your discipline. And in this post, I've got a resource there that is my 5 empowering questions. You have to build in a routine. And one of the things that I start my day with is I ask myself 5 empowering questions. And when I go to bed at night, I refer to those questions again to see how I did. So check out the questions. They should be in the comment section below. Right, so first thing's discipline. Second thing is distract your mind. Okay, when you're surrounded by fear, and you're freaking out, distract your mind, okay? So what I started doing is learning something new, okay? So I started learning the Zettelkassel. I can't remember what the term is, but you'll see it in the notes below. It's a different way of learning, rather note-taking. It's a system of taking notes. And one of the things that I'm using this downtime for is to become a better speaker, a better presenter by solidifying my ideas and really just going hard on becoming the best possible speaker that I can be. So part of that is learning new ideas, techniques, becoming more easier, finding better methods of learning and categorizing all the information I'm taking in to put it out there on stage. So again, I can't remember the term that I'm using, so a bit of a fail there, but hopefully you can forgive me. But yeah, learn something new. So first tip is practice discipline. The second one is distract your mind by learning something new. And the third thing, and this is the most important thing, look for beauty. The world today is just going through chaos, and people are they're handling this chaos, this craziness in different ways. Some of them have gone batshit crazy, but throughout all this craziness, you can find these moments of beauty. Right, so when I say look for beauty, don't go out and look at, top GQ models or whatever, right? But find the moments of beauty in everyday ugly. Right, the situation is so ugly, but throughout you can hear amazing stories of people connecting, acts of kindness. There's this fellow speaker of mine on LinkedIn. Her name's Simone Heng. Her whole thing is human connectivity, and she's doing these beautiful, beautiful pieces of art. I didn't realize she's an artist. She's very talented. So yeah, go check out Simone's profile and look for moments of beauty. And for those of you like me in the business and entrepreneurial world, moments of beauty. You have 2 corporate giants, Woolworths, which is a chain of retail stores here, grocery stores, and Qantas, our national carrier. Well, Qantas announced that they have to stand down a phenomenal amount of workers in their workforce. And Woolworths, the retailer, have decided to pick up as much as they can because they're overwhelmed with staff. So you have these 2 separate companies with completely different business models have come together to rally around times of need. In other words, they're using this disruption to reinvent their business models and the way they think. And that in itself is pure beauty. And that's what's open to all of us here today. So entrepreneurs, that's my advice. Really knuckle down, develop your discipline, right? Distract your mind and look for the beauty and maintain your focus so that we can all play this game of time and give the people in charge better ways of doing things. All right, entrepreneurs, that's me done. If you like this video, give us a like. And if you want more videos like this on practical motivation, hit us up in the comments below. My name's AJ Kulatunga. Thanks for watching this video. And whatever happens in business and in life, I wish you nothing but success. Take care.